right, we're recording now. I'm here with the awesome Eric Torres from Datto. Eric, thank you for being here with me.
Thanks for having me.
This is a partnership, and we've done a bunch of different videos. So I look at this as like it's Datto audit Datto, whatever. We're doing this together collaboratively. We just finished up the first three in the Sales Academy series, and this is kind of a continuation of that, talking about really getting a little more tactical and digging into some strategies, as well as going a little broader with some mindset stuff. And that's where I want to kick things off. And this is designed to be a discussion. So who knows where it's going to go? This is unscripted, folks. So
Off the top of the head.
off the top of the head. So Eric, I want to start off by just asking you what's happening at Datto. You guys are producing a ton of content. So just kind of pre-frame where folks can get, we'll talk more about it at the end, but as well, but just in case we want to make sure people get what they need. Where can they get more info about you from you guys? What else
Sure.
are you guys doing?
Sure. I think I hate that every single event that I'm a part of, I end up saying an aspect of this, but it's a sign of the times. So in March, everybody went to go work from their homes, and we all thought it was going to be a couple weeks. And then we started realizing this is much longer than that. So we started coming up with all these ideas for content. What can we put together virtually? What can we record? What can we share? What can we present that's current and outside of what we were used to doing last year? And so for quite a few months internally at Datto, it actually made us work much closer together, because now we're working more cohesive with every department, figuring out, okay, what are the talking points? What do MSPs need right now? What can we put together? So we spent a lot of time planning, as well as presenting and putting content together. But I feel like right now we've got the plan rolling. So what I mean by that is we have our MSP Tech Days, which we've just had our second one. We wrapped up our second one a couple of weeks ago. That's a half-day event that's all based on a specific Datto product, everything from roadmap to the intent of the developers and why they develop certain features and new features, and then listening to partners on how they're using our tools and our solutions. So all of this is available on the events page, datto.com/events. But it just feels like now it changed from not knowing what we were going to do and how to react to we've got a plan and we're running full steam ahead, and it's exciting. We're busy.
That's awesome. And you guys are doing a great job. I see you guys on a regular basis in my news feed, and I'm sure the MSPs do too. And I brought it up really for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want to make sure people know where they can get more content. I'm a believer that there's never too much content. And,
Yep.
I think you hear the word content fatigue. If, I come from, I ran a marketing agency prior to coming to audit. And I did that going back to, I started doing that in 2006. Social media wasn't really catching fire yet. It wasn't until 2010 that people started really realizing they needed Facebook pages in business. Mm-hmm. And content was always a secret weapon. And now everybody's doing it, right? But it's still, people still consume it. So I don't think any of us, whether you're an MSP, a vendor in the space, any business, cannot create enough content to give anybody content fatigue for real. People will always find their way to good content, and it moves the needle. So because we're talking about sales here, I hope MSPs watching this get out of this that you should be creating content too. It is the most powerful branding you can have. Get your content out there, put it in social media. You're going to see things happening people commenting on them, people, I love when watching people view my LinkedIn, right? Like when I can see that I put a video out and all these 12 people viewed my LinkedIn profile within a few minutes because they saw the content. It really moves the needle. It makes things happen. So hopefully MSPs are doing this as well.
And I think to your point when you had first opened about it being unscripted, I mean, that's what it is right now. I think the saying less is more, digestible content that's like this, just sharing information rather than a scripted PowerPoint presentation that's an hour long, an hour and a half long. People people are losing, they're getting fatigue in that the length of time that they're viewing this, where if you hit them with a 5 minute recording, a 10 minute one, and just have that out there, that is easily digestible, and people will pay attention.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really, I think people get hung up in how do I do it? It's like, just turn the camera on and say something. Like, you are an expert at what you do, and I can turn the camera on every single day and give something about selling, because I've been in, it's been my thing for 20 years, right? When I owned the marketing agency, the secret is I was the salesperson, right? Like it was my agency. I was doing a lot of the work, but I very quickly hired people to do the SEO, the social media postings, because what I was good at is selling. What I like doing is getting out there and having conversations, talking to people and selling. And I quickly realized that was my forte. That was what I'm good at. All the books behind me are on selling. I study selling. I read a sales book every day. Like, I'm reading a book every day, right? Like, I'm reading 30 minutes every day, reading blog posts, absorbing myself into sales psychology. And I can talk about this all day, every day. And now MSPs can talk about what they do all day, every day, because they're experts at it. They can turn on a camera and go, here's what's going on in cybersecurity world today. Here's what's, somebody was breached. There's so much stuff they can talk about, and just do it. Don't worry about it. Create, really the only rule I would say is one thing. If you're doing a simple video to post on social media, just talk about one thing, right? Take one little concept and talk about it. And usually that'll come out to be a 30-second to 2-minute video.
I think that's fantastic advice, and there's no shortage of topics for MSPs to talk about. Like you said, you are the experts.
Yeah, exactly. So great way to start it. And